What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cam and T, man. We're back at it again with another episode. If you like this type of content, go ahead and like this podcast. Also, as well, we're on all streaming platforms, Google, iTunes, wherever we can find you. I am your co-host, Tony T. Tom West, and I also have my brother from another mother, Cambo, the other co-host of this show, my brother, Cam. Happy Tuesday, happy podcast day. How are you doing?
Good, bro. Can't call it. Can't call it. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. I can't complain for real. It's always kind of weird coming off those breaks, right after
Mm-hmm.
like Labor Day and stuff. It's always kind of sluggish, but today wasn't bad actually. It was actually pretty all right. So I can't really complain, man. I'm pretty
Yep.
good. How about you?
It feel like a Monday, but it's all good.
Yeah.
We pushing through. We
Yeah, for
pushing
sure, for
through.
sure. We got a lot going
Mm-hmm.
on, Cam. It's a lot going on right now. There's a lot happening in sports. We got a jam-back packed show, so we really gonna jump just right into it. We're gonna talk some college football tonight. We're gonna talk Clemson versus Georgia. Me and Cam was actually at the game. We'll talk about that. We're gonna talk about a lot of college football. Miami versus Florida. Florida State. My God, they look terrible. Their season's already essentially over. We'll talk about that as well. We got a lot to talk about. So it's going to be a lot of college football tonight. And also as well, Cam, in 2 days, the NFL
Be
will be
back.
kicking off. Yes. So in 2 days, the NFL will be here. We kick off with your boys, the Ravens, against the Chiefs. So that's going to be a really good game. And I didn't even know this until yesterday. There's a game on Friday. I didn't know that. I didn't know that
Mm-hmm.
until yesterday. So on Friday, you get the Packers versus the Eagles. So that was a
Mm.
game I didn't even. I guess it's happening. Is it happening overseas somewhere or something like that?
Yeah. Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, so it is happening.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
it was
happening in
something like
Brazil.
that. But okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. So yeah, I didn't even know that until yesterday that we were getting the game on Friday as well. So definitely,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? NFL and college football all back in full effect this weekend. So like I said, go ahead and retweet this out. Show us love here. Get in the comment section, man. And let's get it, man. It's gonna be a very, very fun show tonight, Cam. And first and foremost, we gotta address it. We gotta address the elephant in the room. Clemson, right? Let's talk about Clemson. Going down there to Atlanta, pretty much essentially playing into a glorified. It was a home game for Georgia. It was about
Yeah.
70% Georgia fans there. Me and you were in attendance. We were a part of 30% of Clemson fans there.
Shoot,
But
it's probably more. Probably more
yeah,
than
it's
that.
probably more than that. Yeah, I'm probably being a little generous. It was probably more than that, to be completely honest
Mm-hmm.
with you. So anyway, obviously, Clemson comes in that game a huge underdog, and we see why they were. Georgia comes in, wins the game 34-3. I want to read off some of the stats though, because I do just kind of want to give context more so on everything that had took place or whatnot. So Georgia did come in, get a big win over Clemson, 34-3. Also, as well, I thought too, before we get to the stats, I thought that Carson Beck looked really good in the second half. Like he was really, really good. He really started
Yep.
cooking on that Clemson defense. So I did want to just give him a quick shout out first because he looked good, man. I'm not gonna lie, he definitely looked as good as advertised. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into some of the stats in this game, man. So coming into this game, Clemson was already a 13-point underdog into this game. They got blown out by way worse than that. Cade Klubnik went 18 for 29, 142 passing yards, no touchdowns, one interception. Maffa went from 16 for 49, no touchdowns. Antonio Williams was probably the best player on Clemson's offense. 6 receptions for 76 yards. Jake Brennan had a one-hand catch, too. That was pretty nice. He went 3 for 26, and also as well, Tyler Brown, who didn't even touch the ball until the fourth quarter, he went 3 for 25 as well. Now let's get to the Georgia side of things. Carson Beck, like I said, he had a tremendous game. He went 23 for 33, 278 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also, as well, that freshman they got from LA, Nate Frazier at Georgia, that boy the truth, bro. He good, man. I'm not gonna lie. He went 11 for 83 and a touchdown as well. And then they had some guys pitching in here and there at wide receiver. London Humphreys, which is the guy from Vanderbilt. He had 2 catches for 63 yards. Also, as well, Arian Smith. He had 5 catches for 56 yards. So they kind of all pickpocketed in and made plays. Kobe Young had a touchdown as well, former transfer from Miami. There's a lot going on with Clemson right now in the narrative. But before we get into that, what did you think of the game, Ken? We were there in person. We were in the stadium at the game watching. What did you think?
First half it wasn't that bad. To be honest with you, it wasn't as ugly as the final score might suggest. At least, from a first half perspective, I felt like Clemson did a lot of good things defensively in that first half. And I felt like Georgia, it looked like two evenly matched teams almost in the first half. Just Georgia was able to get a little bit closer and make some kicks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The problem is the second half of the ball game. Yeah. And me and you both said this. I pointed this out during or right as halftime was about to be over. Georgia was already on the field, lining up, getting ready to warm. They was warming up 2 minutes before the halftime ended. Right, before the break ended. Clemson didn't come out there until like 10 seconds before the second half started. No warm up or nothing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's when I knew that this game was about to get out of hand. That's when I knew that there was about to be a difference.
Yeah.
And then Georgia came out and immediately on their first two drives, they scored a touchdown. And I think they scored two more touchdowns after that too. And so it's disheartening as a Clemson fan because they should have had to put out a better showing. You know what I'm saying? To only go out there and kick a field goal was it was terrible. I thought that, the positives though, for the whole game for Clemson, like you said, Antonio Williams did a really good job. I thought he was our best player, period, to be honest with you. I like some of the progression I've seen from Cade Klubnik. I didn't think he was awful in that first half, but, again, when things happen the way they happen, and when you're playing Georgia, no quarterback looks good against Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Right. I felt like the offensive line did a pretty good job in the first half, to be honest with you.
I thought they did pretty good all game until like they knew they had to pass the ball.
Yeah. I think they did a really good job. And then obviously the defensive line was pretty good. I felt like they did a good job as well. Again, the negatives for Clemson though, I didn't like what I seen out of the linebackers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt like they got torched all game. Wade Woodaz was kind of sluggish, and I felt like Barrett Carter didn't really make an impact like he normally does. Another positive, the DBs. They were
good.
They was good.
But I don't know, Lucas had some rough moments, but overall they were good.
But he was laying hits though. You know what I'm saying?
He was coming up hitting though. Yeah, he was.
He was doing good, and like I felt like he had more impact in the run game than he did. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the negatives, everything else, specifically Garrett Riley, and we'll get into that in a minute, I'm sure. Yeah. And then on the Georgia side of the things, again, Carson Beck, fantastic. I think I just put out a tweet earlier. I think a lot of people are underrating him because he plays for Georgia, and they're thinking he's another Aaron Murray, another Jake Fromm, another Stetson Bennett, but that's not the case at all, y'all. If anything, in terms of Georgia quarterbacks, he's more like Matthew Stafford than the rest of these guys.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
He's the same exact size as Tom Brady. He's 6'4", 220. Mental processing is peak. I mean, it's elite. I don't think that. Honestly, I don't know if there's another quarterback in the country that processes the game at the level that Carson Beck does. And then again, the size and athleticism that he has, it's all going to translate to the next level. So for me personally, he'll probably be the first. He should be the first quarterback taken off the board, either first or second, depending on if people are really enjoying or people really like Shedeur Sanders or even a Cam Ward at this point because he's starting to look insane. But and then Georgia's defense and all of that stuff, lights out. You feel me? Lights out. So give me your thoughts on the game, OT.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much took everything I was going to say. And I pretty much been saying it all week. I didn't want Clemson to get Oregon, like how Oregon got done in that same stadium against that same team, and that's exactly what happened. They got Oregon.
Yeah.
They got Oregon, and Oregon still went on to win 10 games that year that they got. Mm-hmm. So the season's not completely cooked for Clemson, I don't think. But it doesn't look good because you used to be what Georgia is now. And I think that's the thing that people are – I think that's the thing that Clemson fans are probably the most frustrated about is that you used to be Georgia and now you're this. So I think that's just what it is. A few things on me. Like I said, on Saturday, it was hard for me to be positive. I'm not going to lie. I really couldn't see no positive spin on how we looked because that was the one thing I wished for Clemson was to look competitive. And they didn't after halftime. They just didn't. They didn't look competitive. The defense looked wore down. And it just was what it was. In my personal opinion, coaching. Again, I guess we'll just get into it now. Garrett Riley. Bro, we pay you we pay you $1 million a year, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not doing anything. Like literally. Like Garrett Riley has escaped so much slander, and it's time to turn it up a notch. I'm tired of this bozo living off of his brother's last name. Dude, you got to show me something, brother. It's been 13 games now. We ain't seen nothing. Somebody in the comment section just got it. Cam, explain this to me. You have two essentially 5-star wide receivers. Why is Cole Turner and Adam Randall getting any play time? Adam Randall cost you 2 plays in the first drive. In the first drive. He cost you 2 plays. In the first drive of the game. If I was Dabo Swinney, he wouldn't have seen the field again after that. That would have been it. He'd have been coming out there just to block. That's it. Anytime we run the ball, I'd have ran him up out there. Cole Turner, absolutely stop running on routes.
Yeah.
You're not even talented enough to be stopping running on routes. You even said that when we was at the game, you was like, bro, Cole Turner stopped running on the route. And I was like, I didn't even peep that. Then I looked at the Jumbotron, and you were right. He completely just gave up on the route.
Yeah. Wide open. And Cade would have hit him in stride. Cade would have hit him in stride. So Cade, that could have been.
Let me speak on him. He's not the reason we lost this game. Now, was he good? No. But was he terrible? No.
No.
He wasn't. Cade's never good, damn near. So I wasn't expecting him to be good anyway. But he wasn't terrible either, though. I thought Cade did some good. That throw he made to Antonio Williams on the sideline, that is an NFL throw.
Yeah.
Again, I'm probably the biggest Cade doubter in the world. That was an NFL throw he made on Saturday to Antonio Williams. So you see the potential. It's there, but he's still got a long way to go. And a lot of it is because the lack of weapons that Clemson has, and also as well, the coaching sucks. Yep. Now, let's go ahead and get into coaching because you've been the one screaming at Lincoln Riley for the last couple of weeks. Not Lincoln Riley, Garrett Riley, he's not getting enough slander. And I'm starting to agree with you. Mm-hmm. What do we have to make a change at some point? Because something's not clicking. I don't know what it is, but something's not clicking for Clemson's offense now for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It's just not really last 3 or 4 if we want to go further, but it's just not clicking on offense. Do you think there needs to be a change made is what I'm asking essentially.
I think so we've been talking about this. I've said it before. Roddy Wright pretty much said it this weekend. The issue is, and forewarning, I'm not going to bring race up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about it like that. But the truth is,
we got a white dude running. We had a white dude running a streak against Georgia. I'll say it. We had a white dude running a streak against Georgia.
Yeah.
A 3-star, 2-star recruit. I'll say it. Roddy Wright wasn't wrong.
No, he wasn't wrong.
We had Cole Turner out there running a streak, Cam. A low 3-star, almost 2-star recruit.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we got to take care. We got to keep it in the family because his brother, who was also a Scrubino, Nolan Turner, he went there. So we got to keep it in the family.
Oh, that's his brother. We got to
keep it in the family and keep people there.
Dang.
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm tired of being nice, bro. I'm tired of this Dabo favoritism BS crap. It's annoying, bro. I'm sorry. What Roddy White said was 100% correct. We got. Go ahead, Cam. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Go ahead, Cam.
You good. Well, I was just gonna say we don't have enough speed. We ain't fast enough to keep up with nobody, and we're not fast enough to run this Garrett Riley offense. Because again, it screens, and pretty much what Garrett Riley's offense is predicated on is yards after catch, run after catch. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another thing too. Did you see his passing chart? Cade Klubnik's passing chart.
Haven't.
Bro, if I can find this and share this, his passing chart, you could have built a house in the middle of the field, and I promise you, the workers would have never got disturbed. They probably wouldn't even known it was a football game being played. I'm not even exaggerating. The middle of the field was empty. Everything was on the outside or at the line of scrimmage. It's ridiculous, bro. I was watching somebody on YouTube, and what he said was, so some stats for you. Clemson last year was first in plays per game in all offense. They ran over 70 plays a game. All right. But they were 99th in yards per play or something like that. So it was terribly efficient. All right. This year we only ran 50. So last year we ran 70 plays a game, over 70 plays a game. And against Georgia, we only ran 51. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that is to do with the fact that the offense was kind of going 3 and out. But a lot of it also has to do with we weren't playing the same style. We weren't playing to the strengths of the team, I feel like. And we haven't done that in the last couple of years. We like to play fast, but we don't have any guys that play fast. You know what I'm saying? Adam Randall, he jogs. He's slow. What is he doing? Cole Turner is a speedster, but he ain't fast.
Wide receiver, bro.
He ain't fast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Outside trying to mouse dude. Come on, bro.
And he's 6'1", 175 or something like that. Which is it's not short, but come on. He ain't fast. He ain't fast enough.
He's not. You know what I'm saying? Let's cut the crap. He's not athletically gifted enough, bro, to be playing at Clemson. Let's just go there. Let's just go. Let's get right to it. He's not athletically gifted enough. I think Cole Turner would work great at a South Alabama or a ECU or a Charlotte or a Jacksonville State. He would work great down there. Cole Turner shouldn't be starting at Clemson University. No, he shouldn't even be seeing the field at Clemson University. And that's not me being mean. It's nothing personal. It's just the facts. Like, it's just, we don't, and I 100% agree with you. We don't have the personnel to do what Garrett Riley wants to do as well. Now, I lied. We do. We have them sitting on the bench behind Cole Turner and Adam Randall. We got TJ Moore, who instantly came in the game and got a catch, created separation as soon as he got in the game. Wesco, same thing. As soon as he got in the game, he created separation, got a catch. Them dudes didn't touch the field to the fourth quarter. But you want to sit up here and keep on rolling out Adam Randall and Cole Turner. It's bad coaching, bro. It makes me mad to think about. And another person, he is white, but he actually cold, though. I ain't gonna lie. He's a good little receiver. Why is Troy Stellato? Where was he at?
Where was he?
He's actually a white boy I kind of respect low-key at a wide receiver position. That boy kind of cold. He never touched the field. So I don't understand. Dabo, man, I don't know what he got going on. And I guess we'll jump into this now, too. The portal talk is going crazy. The whole nation's ripping Dabo apart. He ain't using the portal. That's why they suck. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's using that right now. So I'll start off with my synopsis, and I'll also ask you at the end of it. Me personally, now that I'm looking at it, the portal is not the only issue that the Clemson Tigers have. The Clemson Tigers have a development problem. Yep. When players get on campus, they get worse. That's one problem I've noticed the last couple of years. They have a system and a coaching problem that go hand in hand. They don't get players that fit their system. And then 3, they are still recruiting well, but I think Clemson is not as aggressive as other schools when it comes to recruiting.
Yeah.
You can't be, we're going to be picky and only give out 46 scholarships, and other teams are giving out 100, 200. But you want to be Mr. Picky, because when you do Mr. Picky, guess what happens, Cam? When you miss on one person, it kills you. When you only bring in 16 people and 17 people in a recruiting class and you don't use the portal either, it kills you if you miss on 2 or 3 of those guys, which Clemson has done.
Yeah.
Clemson has continued to do this. Oh, we're prestigious and we want to be picky about who we give a scholarship to. And you got to fit this mold and you got to be this high character guy. The problem with Clemson, I'll just say it. Forgive me. Ain't enough niggas on that offense. Let's call it what it is. I'm sorry, bro. If you white and you listen to this, it's no issue. I love white people. I love everybody. There ain't enough niggas on that offense, bro. I'm just going to call it what it is. There's no other way around it. And you know what I mean when I say niggas. You know exactly what I mean. I ain't saying black people. Ain't enough niggas on the team, bro. Like, I'm just keeping it real. Now, on defense, they got some. They got some on defense. On offense, they ain't had none since Justin Ross and T. Higgins and them boys walked out of there. They ain't got enough people, and I've been preaching this for years. They got too many two-parent household team players on their team, bro. It's okay. Listen, I'm from a two-parent household. I fall under that realm. I'm telling you now, on those teams where everybody was a two-parent household, we lacked intensity. Because you know what? If we fail at this football stuff, we can just go home, go to college. We're gonna be fine. We ain't worried about it. But Jaquan, that if this football stuff doesn't work out, he's cooked. He played a little bit harder, and it made us want to go harder for Jaquan because now we're like, Jaquan grinded. This means something to him. And I'm not saying you got to get a whole team full of felons and criminals. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm not saying go full Georgia, full Florida State. But could you use 3 or 4 on your offense? Absolutely. You could. And Clemson don't got none of those. They got a whole bunch of two-parent household soft asses on offense. Call it what you want. This is just the truth. I'm just telling you how it is. Again, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be mean. And I've been saying this for like 3-4 years now. Clemson got to start recruiting the street niggas again, especially on the offense side of the ball. They got it. They still kind of doing it on defense. But on that offense side of the ball, they need some street niggas, bro. I'm just keeping it real, bro. They got too many two-parent household niggas on that team, bro. And that's part of the problem. Y'all can call me wrong. Y'all can call me crazy. I'm telling you now. Go look at some of the top teams in the country and go look at that wide receiver position. Ain't no two parents at home. Go look at the running back position at Georgia. I bet you I can guarantee you about 1 or 2 players on that team got 2 parents in the house. You need some guys that are a little bit on the edgy side. And Dabo, if you're as great as you are, right? You say you want to build men, you want to build character for men, put it to the test then, nigga. Don't get you a hood dude from East Atlanta and build him up to be a great young man. Let's see if your culture that you've been crying about for the last 15 years, let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. It worked in the past. Why all of a sudden now it don't work? It just don't make no sense to me, bro. I'm sorry to go on a little bit of a rant, but it's a lot of things that Dabo Swinney has stopped doing. And I think a lot of it is because he has gotten complacent. He feels like he doesn't need to win no more. He's won 2 national titles, which is great. Honestly, it's really great. But we don't have any street dudes, bro. We don't have any street dudes on that offense that's going to have that dog mentality that's going to be like, hey, bro, if this football crap don't work out, I'm cooked. We don't have anybody on our team like that. That's the flat out truth. On offense, let me say that. On offense, we don't have nobody like that.
Right.
And you need that. Just the fact.
Right.
But, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, I ain't got nothing to add. That's it.
Yeah, it's just the truth, man. But
Clemson, it's a recruiting issue, man. They're not getting the same, like you said, the same caliber of recruits. You know what I mean? They're not doing that extra homework. They're not doing that extra homework. We used to get top 5 receivers in the country, bro. Higgins, his mama was on drugs, nigga, at one point. Like, them the type of guys we used to have. I'm serious, bro. No disrespect or nothing like that, bro. But them the types we need, though. Like Justin Ross, bro. Like, them type of guys, bro. You need them on the team. And we ain't got that, bro. Especially on offense. We got a bunch of 2-parent household sissies, bro.
It's no other way to say it, bro. Like, we need some guys with some grit on that offense. So that's part of the problem too. Now, all right, I'm off for Clemson. Actually, one more thing before we move off of Clemson and move on to the other games. Do you think Clemson can still win the ACC? I want to hear your take on that. Do you think Clemson can still win the ACC? And we're gonna talk about Miami in a few seconds. I think right now Miami is the clear-cut favorite. I don't even think we'll talk about them in a minute. Miami looks good. I think that's right, and Louisville looks pretty good too as well. But besides that, the rest of the ACC absolutely struggled this weekend. So let me ask you a question: do you still feel like Clemson can win the ACC?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you still think they can win?
I think they can absolutely be at the be in Charlotte.
Yeah.
My question is, or not question, but my concern is, can they get past Miami? That's the real concern. Because like you said, Miami came into the swamp, and we'll talk about them probably next. They went into the swamp and smacked them boys, pushed them all the way around. So it's like Clemson, but see, Clemson is way more talented than Florida. You see what I'm saying? Way more talented than Florida.
Yeah.
Clemson, I know it didn't look good, but Georgia smacks other teams like that. So Clemson ain't the first one to get smacked around like that. And they really ain't the worst one to get smacked around like that. So my thing is
Oregon worse than that, and Oregon went on to win 10 games that year.
Right. So my thing is, in Clemson's schedule, we're avoiding so many good ACC teams, right? Do we have
no Georgia Tech?
We don't have Georgia Tech this year.
Georgia Tech, no Miami. We do play Louisville, but we get them at home. We play North Carolina State, but we get them at home. And now you see how Florida State has fallen off the map. That game doesn't even look like a challenge anymore at this point. Where we're going to get into them.
We're talking about them too.
But
we don't have Virginia Tech, right? And
we do got Virginia Tech, but they just lost to Vanderbilt. So like
they did.
that game doesn't even look.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like the schedule again. We're in the ACC, bro. We have to be able to compete for the conference. If we can't, I think that's a failure, especially this year. I think that's a failure. You know what I mean?
The ACC looks pretty bad. Honestly, Cam, if you want me to be honest, the only good team I see in the ACC right now is Miami. I'm gonna keep it real. Everybody else just looks mid. And I know it's just week one, but the ACC looks god awful. The only team I'm like, they could be special is Miami.
It's Miami.
Everybody else, I'm like, okay, yeah, they're beatable. Not gonna lie. Like Miami, with Miami, it's still too early to tell. We don't know, and we don't know how bad Florida is. So
exactly,
that's a whole other thing. So let's just get right into that game now, because I hope AB ain't on here, but Florida got absolutely curb stomped. Miami just took it to them, bro. Ain't even really no other way to say it. Miami absolutely got pushed to the ground. I mean, they pushed Florida to the ground. I think Billy Napier will be fired within the next 3 or 4 weeks, in my personal opinion. I think they're going to lose another game to probably somebody they probably shouldn't lose to. I think Florida is cooked. Again, I picked them to win this game because you know what? I wasn't believing the Miami hype. Miami absolutely took it to them boys. 41-7, bro. I mean, 41-17, excuse me. Cam Ward was absolutely tremendous. 26 for 35, 385 yards, 3 touchdowns. 1 interception, though. Damian Martinez was also pretty impressive. 15 carries for 65 yards. Xavier Restrepo, you talked about him last week. 7 catches for 112 yards and a touchdown. Again, man. And that defense looks really good as well, man. I'm not going to lie, bro. Right now, we know me and you didn't have Miami. I think we didn't have me and you. Neither one of us had Miami ranked. I think it's safe to say we're wrong. I think it's safe to say that team is going to be good. The way they just boat raced Florida like that, it made Florida look absolute garbage. Not gonna lie. In the swamp. On top of that, in the swamp. Like again, like say what you want. Even if Florida sucks, they went in the swamp and showed them that they sucked. So we got to give them credit for that. I'm not going to lie, bro. I don't see too many teams standing in Miami's way either. To be completely, frankly honest with you, I think the only and I don't even think this game is difficult no more. That I was going to say Virginia Tech, but they just lost to Vanderbilt. So I guess probably the hardest game left on Miami's schedule is probably Georgia Tech at this point. So let's go through their schedule real quickly. They got Florida A&M. They're obviously going to win that game. They got Ball State. They got South Florida. All should win. Then they play Virginia Tech on a Friday night at the end of the month. Virginia Tech just lost to
where at?
In Miami. In Miami. Then they play Cal. Now, this is going to be a good one. They do play Louisville on October the 19th in Louisville.
Okay.
Then they play Florida State. We know how bad they are. We're going to jump into them in a minute. Duke ain't really that good this year. They do play Georgia Tech here in Atlanta. So that's going to be another one. That's kind of like a gut check time type game. But I'm now questioning, is Georgia Tech even really good? Because Florida State sucks, which we're going to talk about them in a minute. Then they play Wake and Syracuse. Bro, there's a chance they could run this whole table 12-0, bro.
Yeah, they could. They probably should at this point.
They ran this table 12-0 because they wouldn't surprise me.
At this very point, they should go 12-0. At this point,
Miami
they should.
Will be favored in every single game going forward this season, bro, without a doubt, and they should be.
You seen the new AP poll, right?
Florida in the absolute mouth. AB just chimed in. He said, "I come here as a piss Florida Gator fan. I'm done with Billy Napier," and a lot of people feel the same way. A lot of people are done with Billy Napier, and I'm trying to tell you now, I think their season is canned. I tried to tell AB before the season that team's gonna suck. I hate to say it, they're like 3-win, 4-win good. Like they are going to suck.
Man.
Florida, the offense looked terrible. The defense, everything looked terrible, bro. They just look unorganized. They look just almost high schoolish, almost like it just looked bad, bro. And a lot of that tunes back to one thing: terrible coaching. Terrible coaching because they got talent. Them recruiting classes he done made the last year or so, they got talent. Talent ain't the issue. Billy Napier just sucks at his job, bro. It's no other way around it. I think Florida's cooked, Cam. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they're done. They got the hardest schedule in the whole country. I mean, there's nothing else they can do. I mean, that's it. It's a death sentence. They're Miami. They had to go out there and play better against Miami. Yeah, it don't matter how.
Even if they would have lost and it looked competitive, I think we'd have been like, okay. Well, they played up with Miami. It was a good game. No, they got boat raced at home. First game of the year. Again, they got Sanford next week. They should win that game. Then they got Texas A&M. I know Texas A&M lost. They ain't looked that bad against Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame's another team we kind of got to give a little bit of respect to. They look pretty damn good as well. Then they play Mississippi State. Again, that's a game Florida will probably be favored in. Then they play UCF. That ain't no slouch either. Then they go on that gauntlet of Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, and Florida State. They should win that game because I think Florida State's absolutely garbage. Dude, I don't see but like 4 wins on here tops, bro. I think Sanford, Florida State, maybe Mississippi State. That might be it, bro. I just don't see it with them at all. I think they possibly lose to UCF as well, to be honest. Florida is bad. Like, they're bad. And I don't think Billy Napier makes it to next month, bro. I don't think he makes it October 15th. I think he's out of here. That's just my personal opinion on it. But as far as Miami, and then we'll move on to the next game, you got Miami as an ACC favorite at this point, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
It's
hard to deny it at this point. We were wrong. We were wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Miami, they look good. They look good. And I know Miami fans got to be feeling great because Florida State sucks too. They suck too. Actually, we're going to skip over the USC and LSU game. We'll come back to that. I want to get right into Florida State. Florida State sucks, man. They're bad. They're 0-2, and it's barely past Labor Day. They lost to Georgia Tech and Boston College, and Boston College absolutely dominated them from start to finish. They lost that game 28-13 last night, and Cam, that game was never close. It was never close. DJU, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. You're absolutely garbage. There's no other way around it. People got to stop. I said that last week on this same podcast, and I think the nation last night finally was like, okay, we got to stop coddling this kid. Even the announcer, what's his name? Louis Riddick, I believe.
Lou
He was
Riddick
even
was
up there
cooking.
like,
Yeah,
it sucks. He was saying it in the most professional way, but he was pretty much saying the same thing I've been saying for the last 2 years. This kid stinks. Florida State was supposed to have the best offensive line in the country. You want to know how many you want to know how many rushing yards they had in this game, Cam? I want you to guess. Guess the rushing yards that they had in this game, Cam. Give me a guess.
the way from what I seen, I'm gonna go 27.
They had 21 yards rushing yesterday. They had 21 yards on 16 carries. 21 yards. 21 yards, Cam. In the first game, they barely cracked 60 yards as a team. They haven't even got over 100 yards on the season.
They ain't got 100 on the season.
Florida State is cooked. Their season is over. 3-2-1 no. The dude that was talking crap to me and you a couple months ago, and when we posted about Mike Norvell being a fraud, I hope you hear this, buddy. You better put hot sauce on that dog shit that you got to eat in a couple of days. I hope you hear this. Man. You bozo. I hope you hear this. Cooking. Florida State is not good, man. It's no other way around it. And matter of fact, I'm not even going to go on DJ. I'm not even going. That defensive line and them linebackers suck. DJ Lundy, ass. I'm about to even say Patrick Payton, ass. He probably should have went to the draft last year. Not gonna lie. Florida State sucks, bro. It's no other way around it. It's no other way you can put this. Florida State is absolutely cooked, and you said it a couple of months ago, and you said it last week too. They are too invested into the portal. And these guys are literally here to get their bag and move on. They don't care about nobody else. They don't even care about Norvell. And I think Norvell is even peeping that now because that dude was about to cry last night at the press conference. He was like, man, I can't believe it. Like, he was just looked shocked. That tight end number 84, he dropped every pass he could, man. It was terrible. Florida State, dude, they're another one. Bro, I don't know if they get bowl eligible this year, bro. If they keep DJU at quarterback, it ain't happening.
Well, see, the thing is, they ain't got no Brock Glenn as their backup. No disrespect, but he didn't look good against. I mean, it was Georgia, but he didn't look good against Georgia last year at all.
He played a little bit in that Louisville game too, and he didn't look good.
That's right, because Rodemaker got hurt. So
exactly,
maybe he might have taken a step forward, but the only way we gonna know is if they put him in the game. And they was chanting we want Brock.
Florida State season is already over.
Yep.
Florida State season. I mean, I don't even care if they win the next 10 games. Their season's already over. I just don't. This team is bad. They play Memphis in 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, Cam. I probably would pick Memphis in that game. Not gonna hold you. Memphis is one of the best G5 teams in the country. Then after that, they play Cal. They should win that game. Then after that, they play SMU. I'm not going to lie, bro. I don't think they win that game. There's a great chance that Clemson is rolling in there on October the 5th playing a 1-3 FSU team. 1-4, actually. Hold on. Because they already lost 2. I think they lose to Memphis and SMU. We're talking about Clemson could be rolling in there playing a 1-4 FSU team, bro. Possibly. It would not surprise me at all. That's how bad that team is, bro. I don't think they get bowl eligible, bro. Cam, what's your thoughts on the game in general, man? And shout out to Boston College. I don't want to make it seem like they didn't. I thought Bill O'Brien called a really great game. I thought that quarterback did a really good job. Trayshawn Ward went off on his old team. Yep. He did a good job as well. But Cam,
was great.
Yeah. What do you think, man? And matter of fact, hold on, before you go. Matter of fact, because Cam, you've been calling this out even before me. So I feel like you deserve to have the floor on this one, bro. FSU, you've been going in on them crazy for like the last year. Even when they was winning last year, you was still saying they was fraudulent. Floor is yours, bro.
Yeah. I ain't got too much to say, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself. I've been saying this for a while. The team is fraudulent, bro. The whole the way that it's they're going about it is fraudulent. Yeah. Listen, the players quit on Mike Norvell at the end of last year. All right, when their quarterback went down, they quit. They quit when their quarterback went down. Think about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Clemson real quick. Let me liken it to Clemson real quick. Trevor Lawrence caught COVID in 2020.
Yep.
Did Clemson stop playing? Did they starters? What did they starters do? Did they play the next game, right?
Yeah, they did.
They played the next game. Matter of fact, Trevor Lawrence was out 2 games.
He was out 2 games, Boston College and Notre Dame. Which is actually funny because DJU balled out in both of those games.
Balled out. Hooped.
Yep.
But they was balled in. You see what I'm saying? But for some reason, Florida State, as soon as their quarterback got hurt, all of a sudden, everything changes. They barely beat Louisville in the ACC championship game.
Yeah.
And then they just decided that they couldn't do it no more and completely opted out. Even though they could have won the game against Georgia and claimed the national championship if they won. They could have. I mean, nobody was going to respect it, but they could have did it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't stop UCF from doing it when they went undefeated.
Yeah.
So they opted out. They quit on Mike Norvell. And then last night, Mike Norvell quit on them.
Yep.
He quit on them. 7 minutes to go in the game, you down by 2 scores.
Why are you punting? Off.
Why are you punting? What are you doing? Why are you punting? 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go in the game. You down by 2 scores. You down by 2 scores. What are you punting for? Huh? You see what I'm saying? The broadcasters were so confused. They was like, "What is this? What is going on here? What is this?" That's Florida State football, bro. That's what I tried to tell people. That's what I was trying to warn them about. Yep. I was like, when you build your team in the transfer portal, you gonna have your players quit because they're not there for you. They're there to win, and they're there for that money.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
And it's like the opposite of Clemson right now.
Yeah.
But the players aren't there they're there to win, of course, but they're not there for no money. You definitely ain't at Clemson for no NIL.
Yeah.
The opportunities is low. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You and at this point, you almost ain't there to win no national championship.
No, not.
But you there to grow yourself, to be a better man, to get your education, blah blah blah. Whatever Dabo is preaching and whatever he's trying, best is the standard. That's what you're there for, pretty much at Clemson.
And best don't mean on the football field no more.
It don't mean on the football field, exactly. According to that's what they be saying. It's something totally different.
Yeah, I mean 99% graduation rate. That's what it's for.
Right.
I mean, anyways, don't get me going back on Clemson again, bro.
But listen, man. But regardless, my point is, when you come play for Clemson, you playing for that Paul. You playing for all the people that came before you. You playing for the people that came after you. You playing for, whatever you're buying into what Dabo is saying. That's what you're playing for. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All them Clemson players, I mean, obviously, yeah, we care about winning national championships. But at the end of the day, the team ain't going to quit.
Yeah.
Florida State looked pathetic last night. And they looked like they looked like they had gave up. They gave up, bro.
Yeah.
I want to say the same thing like you said. Bill O'Brien called an incredible game. I thought especially late when Castellanos had the ball and they did the rollout play on back-to-back downs, essentially.
Yeah.
Where he rolled out and just scrambled for the first down. Because it worked, because Florida State quit.
Yeah.
They didn't have nobody in the middle of the field. Like I said, like I've been saying all year long, literally all year long at this point, Florida State, this isn't how you build your program.
Yeah, you can't do 100% portal. Yeah.
You can't do it like this. And let me tell you, once again, I'm going to reiterate the point because they wasn't listening to me. Mike Norvell was on his way out. If he didn't go 10-3 and 13-1 at back-to-back seasons, he would have already been out of there.
And you remember that 10-3 season, he started off kind of rough, didn't he?
They started 4-3.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because
They
he
didn't
went on like
lose
a 8-game winning streak or something like that.
the last game. Now I ain't gonna lie, that season I did see the turn because I was at the game, the Florida State Clemson game that year. It was in Tallahassee, and we was beating them. Now I ain't gonna lie, we was running them boys out.
We was blowing them out.
Yeah, we was running them boys out. But I saw the turn because the players started coming out. Then we ended up only winning by 6. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of turned, and that was also kind of one of those games where Dabo just takes his foot off the gas way too early. He got a bad habit of doing that. But I saw the twist, and they didn't lose for the rest of that season. I mean, honestly, they didn't lose until they lost to Georgia. Actually, that was the last time they lost. And so, but again, people forget Mike Norvell started 0-2 twice before already. This is his 3rd time in 5 years.
Yeah, in
5 years, starting the season 0-2. Y'all, that is not good.
Nope.
I don't care if he went 13-1. I don't care if he went 10-3. All right. He didn't win. He only won the ACC once, right? In that span. I mean, come on. And he missed the bowl twice. And there's a chance that he misses it again this year if they don't get their season back on the right track. I'm just trying to tell y'all was trying to say we was haters or whatever, but ain't nobody being a hater. We just telling the truth.
Yeah.
I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm calling it like I see it with my glasses off.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you how it is, bro. That's all I see. I saw right through it. And I mean, that's all I really got to say.
Yeah.
Hopefully for their sake, maybe they'll get their season back on track. But again, I
think it's gonna be rough for them to get their seasons back on track. I think that team has completely lost composure at this point. They've completely lost confidence. They don't believe in DJU. I think it's over. I think their season's cooked, honestly.
He don't believe. I don't think he believe either. I think DJU at this point, his confidence is completely shot. Cooked. He don't believe in himself. Yeah, his listen. I seen the highlights. Somebody posted the highlights of the Boston College when he was with Clemson. They posted the highlights of that game. They posted his highlights of the Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
You could see the difference in that dude. He was out there playing again. You the backup quarterback, your expectations are extremely low. But he was it was like he was playing with house money, bro. I mean, he was just going out there and letting it fly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was no pressure on him, and he was feeling good. And you could see the talent.
Yeah.
But what people don't understand, that was 4 years ago, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That was 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
That's over. His football career is dead in the water. That's it.
Me and my mom was just talking about that earlier. I said, Mama, he better go ahead and focus on whatever he doing in school. Focus on that.
Update your LinkedIn page, buddy. You're going to be out here working with me.
I'll
send you an application.
Yeah.
I will send you an application.
I'll get DJ a job, bro. Yeah.
I'll send you an application. You're going to be out here working with me, bro. Like, listen, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I think, like you said, I think he's a good kid. I ain't never had no issue with DJ, in terms of his character or nothing like that. He always been a good dude. Now, his father, he got to stop getting online and doing. I'm not gonna let you get into it. I ain't gonna let you get into it. I ain't gonna let you get into it.
I feel about that man, bro.
But he got to understand though, at 3 different locations, at some point, you gotta kind of.
You gotta fess up.
There's a common denominator there. I'm not saying. I mean, obviously, I'm never gonna say that he can't stand up for his boy, or you know what I'm saying. Like, obviously, I understand that.
Yeah.
But you got to stop acting like you all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? And stop acting like your son is the hottest commodity. And then when he turn out and have a bad game, now you sitting there in your feelings talking about you going to fight somebody. No. Just say we're going to bounce back. Tell your son take the right. His son take the right route. And he just turn off his comments. I'm sure he probably don't even log on to see it. Yeah. He probably ain't been on. I hope he ain't been online. I hope he ain't been online.
Delete all of it, man. DJU, if I got any advice for you, just stay off social media.
Forever.
Yeah,
stay off. He need to be taking the same route that 321 Noel took.
Yeah.
Delete all traces. They found that man fiance Instagram. That's insane.
What? I'm telling people are weird. You remember when I had a Daniel Jones situation? People are weird, bro. They was finding pictures I couldn't even find. I'm like, dang, how y'all find this football
picture? They'll find you, bro.
Oh.
That's why I say, man, you got to be careful who you messing around with online. But bottom line is, bottom line is, man, look, just Florida State.
It's cool.
I ain't got no love for y'all, but it's Jover, man. It's
cool.
Jover.
And the one thing of advice, and we'll move on to the USC LSU game real quickly after this. The one advice I would have too for FSU, start to back up now. I would like if he sucks, he sucks. Your season's already cooked anyway. Go ahead and get him the experience. Learn from Clemson, bro. Don't waste a whole year of experience on somebody. And me personally, bro, if I was Florida State, Brock or whoever would be starting next week or in Memphis in 2 weeks. I wouldn't waste time. But that's just me. All right, last thing about college football, and we'll get to NFL because we still ain't even got there yet. NFL, college, USC, LSU. Let's make this kind of quick. I watched that game. I thought it was a really good game. I think Brian Kelly's made some bad, questionable calls coaching wise. I thought, him calling out Gus Nosmeyer or whatever his name is, I thought that was a punk move. I thought Gus played pretty well. I thought he played pretty good. I thought he had a really solid game. Miller Moss was absolutely incredible as well. Yep. USC gets the win over an SEC opponent. So that's pretty big for them. And USC looks like a decent team, not national championship contender or nothing like that. But they look like a team that can win 10 games. They look like a really decent, solid team. And LSU don't look that terrible either, honestly, to be completely. I thought both of those teams, I could see them winning 9 or 10 games. Like, I thought both teams looked pretty good. But Brian Kelly, same story every single year. We got to start kind of questioning him too a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
It's the same story every single year with Brian Kelly. What's your thoughts on Brian Kelly and the whole game in itself? Give me like a minute and a half take on the whole thing.
Yeah. So first things first, I 100% agree. It was a great game. I feel like the players on both sides of the ball for both teams shouldn't really be holding their heads because they battled, bro. They battled. That was a good game.
It was a very good game. USC defense looks a lot better.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, the whole LSU to what, 20? They won 27 to 20. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So listen, bro. Like, look, and both the young quarterbacks, bro.
Look,
I'm not gonna lie. Miller Moss, that's how you show up, bro. Because they was questioning you all offseason. They was like, was that a fluke? They was like, was that a fluke last year, or are you really the truth? He looked like he kind of the truth. He looked pretty good.
Boy he got some ego too, man. I like that.
I see it.
Yeah, he cocky. I kind of like it though.
Yeah, and then obviously the playmakers, Zachariah Branch was obviously fantastic, and then they got another kid, Hudson, the one that made that crazy catch.
Yeah, that boy cold, man. Good.
He pretty cool too. He got the only thing about him, he got to work on his toughness because the ball got poked out for him a little bit, I think he got poked out like 3 times. But ironically, he made an insane catch, so it's like he must be one of them players. You know what I'm saying? And then on the LSU side of the ball, what's my boy Nate Lacey? Boy, they couldn't do nothing with him, bro.
That boy cold, ain't it?
That boy nasty. LSU always load up, man.
Wide receivers, bro. I don't know how they do it. They just keep stacking them up, bro.
And at this point, it's starting to look like if Nussmeier is really progressing the way he is, they might keep hitting on quarterbacks too. They're looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But regardless, all that to say, back to Brian Kelly, the main issue here, he got to stop acting like this, man.
Yeah,
you got to stop. I mean, this dude is so unlikable, bro. To me, you know what I mean? Like the team is cool, the players is cool. But you always throwing somebody else under the bus. You always losing the first game, right? They always lose
5
the first
years
game.
in a row. They've lost the first game, and then the last 3 years since Kelly's been there, they lost every single game first one of the year.
So that's what I'm saying. He has to have his team better prepared coming out the gate. And the other day they was prepared. They just lost to a team that's probably just a little bit better. At this point, that's all it is.
Right. Yeah,
that's all it is. And he's sitting there slamming his fist on the table, acting like something was a big deal. Just relax, bro. You lost by 7 to a really good team, to a ranked team. You're not gonna. They dropped a couple spots in the poll, but not much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that big of a deal. I mean, a loss is bad, but it wasn't a conference loss. You're still very much in play for the college football playoff at this point. There's no reason for him to be acting like that. And to throw your quarterback under the bus, even though he had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
You make me sick, man. You make me sick with that. So I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling. Brian. Look, on my list of overrated frauds, on my list, Ryan Day has always been on that list. He's been on that list for a little minute now. Mike Norvell is on that list. Brian Kelly is on that list. You feel me? All three of those dudes, I got an issue with, bro. And until they show me something different, I'm not gonna sit there and crown them top 5, 10 coaches like a lot of people be doing. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it because they haven't delivered. They got all the talent in the world, especially Ryan Day, and we'll get to that. But he got all the talent in the world and can't deliver. You know what I'm saying? Mike Norvell has all the recruiting, the portal and all of that stuff, and hasn't delivered. You know what I'm saying? You have to have success, championships I'm talking about. And then Brian Kelly, you done had two, not 2 Heisman winners, but you done had a Heisman winner, and you couldn't get it done.
He done had 3 Heisman winners, if you count Oklahoma days, because he had Kyler, he had Baker, and he had, you know what I'm saying, Caleb. If you talking about Lincoln Riley, right?
No, Brian Kelly. I'm about to say.
Oh,
no,
Brian.
No.
Oh, you talking about Brian Kelly?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Lincoln Riley. I got confused.
No, but I'm glad you brought that up because Lincoln Riley now he on my list because he didn't have 3. Yeah, like you said. Yeah,
he
you're right.
3, and he ain't really nothing. So my bad. I zoned out there. I thought you was talking about Lincoln Riley.
You good? I'm glad you brought that up though because he definitely on that list too. So
all
them guys, man, you gotta stop the whole putting your team under the bus. You've been recruiting really well, but for some reason, when it comes to crunch time, you can't sit there and say, "Well, my players just didn't get it done." That wasn't Mike Norvell. That wasn't Florida State football. No, that was you.
That was you.
That was you.
Yeah. Him throwing
Brian
Gus
Kelly
from the bus like that was lame. Like I thought Gus played actually really, really well. Like, not gonna lie, I was actually surprised how good he played. To be honest with you, he did a really good job.
So I don't know, man. I can't get down with it, man. I can't get down with it at all.
Yeah,
but, I did want to, before we move on to the NFL, I did want to give a quick shout out to Notre Dame.
Yeah,
defense, they were pretty good.
Really
man.
good.
That was So
Benjamin
I just wanted
Morris,
to say that
they look pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. That defense, again, you look at Notre Dame's schedule, ain't really a lot in their way either. To be honest with you. Notre Dame's going to be a pretty good team. USC is probably the hardest team on their schedule left.
And see, this is why this is why it's so important. Why they should probably jump into a conference because
they'll never be able to
get that ACC bid could have been so nice right now. I mean, it would have been them in Miami.
Right. It'd have been between them and Miami.
So.
But shout out to Notre Dame. They played great. They got a win over A&M. I think it was 23-13. Solid win for them. And again, I think Elko and A&M was going to be all right too because they held in there pretty good. So I think, it's first year coach. So you know how those things go. But I think they're going to be okay. I think Elko and A&M are going to be okay as well. Now, let's jump into some NFL football. Cam, we are back. Baby, we back, man. NFL football kicks off on Thursday night, so in 2 days. Do you want to go over the power rankings first, or do you want to go over some of these games first?
Let's go over Let's go over the power rankings first, man. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way.
So we have our power rankings, you guys, and we're gonna go over our top 32 teams, so all teams. We're going to go from 1 all the way down to 32. Or do you want to go from 32 all the way down to 1?
Let's go to 30. Yeah, let's go to 32 to 1. From 32 to 1.
Okay. All right. So at 32, I'll start it off. So at 32, the worst team in the NFL, I have the New England Patriots. I think they're going to be god-awful. I think they're going to be absolutely terrible. They're not going to start Drake May yet, and he looks like the better quarterback at this point over Brissett, so I don't really know why they're not going to start him. But I have them at 32 for me.
Yeah. For number 32 for me, I got the New England Patriots as well, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be terrible, bro.
They should. If the Patriots don't have like the number 1 or number 2 pick this year, Gerard Mayo, boy, that's a great job.
Yeah,
man.
He did an excellent job.
Boy.
They win 5 games. He did tremendous.
He did good, man.
Yeah,
Shoot.
Not gonna lie.
Right.
Who you got at 31?
So at number 31, sorry, y'all. Y'all already know I got the Carolina Panthers at 31.
Really?
Yeah, I got.
No way, I'm a bigger believer in the Panthers than you this year.
Yeah, Yeah, I got to get bro. So the thing about it is, we got a really bad issue on. I know I just put out a Cat Crave article earlier today saying that the Panthers defense might be a streaming option in fantasy football, but that defense, until I see something, like actually see something, I'm a little worried, man. I'm not gonna lie. We don't have no edge rushers.
Yeah.
We don't have no edge rushers. We dropped Caleb Von Chase on like literally an hour before the podcast started. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I seen that. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so we released Caleb Von Chase on, and then we, our number one edge rusher is a 30-something-year-old Jadeveon Clowney, who's no disrespect, because I've always wanted Clowney in Carolina. No disrespect, but he's always been a career number 2 edge rusher, and that's usually only with a dominant defensive tackle next to him. So in Tennessee, I think he had Simmons in Tennessee. Obviously, he had J.J. Watt when he was in Houston. He had Myles Garrett on the opposite side of him in Cleveland. And then he had Justin Nnamdi Madubuike last year in Baltimore. So again, I don't until I see something from the defense, they're gonna be at 31.
Okay, so I actually have the Raiders at 31. I think the Raiders are pretty bad.
Wow.
They don't have a quarterback. I don't really feel like. I don't really care for Minshew. The running backs have obviously took a step down. You don't get better after losing Josh Jacobs. Now, they do still have a decent wide receiving core. And on defense, they really just got Max Crosby. That's it. So for me, I got them at 31, bro. I'm not going to lie. So that's who I got at 31. At 30, I have the Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to be pretty bad too. I know Bo Nix has looked okay in the in the preseason, stuff like that. I think the Broncos are going to be pretty terrible. They lose Justin Simmons, one of their better players. They got a lot of youth on that team. They're going to be really young. 4 wins is what I probably see for the Broncos this year. I think they're going to be pretty terrible. I got them at 30. What about you?
Yeah, and they lost Jerry Jeudy too.
They lost Jeudy as well.
So, so that's kind of a really bad loss for them. At 30, I got the New York Giants.
Okay.
30. Yeah. Okay. So now I will say, defensively, they should be kind of pretty good. They should be solid this year. But I mean, it's kind of a similar situation as what we've seen from the Panthers the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Defensively, they might be all right. Their offense is atrocious.
Yeah.
Their offense is atrocious. They lost literally probably their best player that they've had. God, I don't know how long in Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? They got to run it back with Daniel Jones, who, me and you both got our opinions on him, but they got to run it back with him or Drew Lock as they starter if Daniel Jones don't work out. Malik Neighbors, I know a lot of people are drafting him in fantasy. I'm a little worried because I don't know how it's going to work. I just don't know. I don't know if he's going to have a chance to even catch the ball this year. You know what I mean? So that offense is so bad. I just got the Giants at 30. Who you got at 29?
So at 29, I have your Carolina Panthers at 29.
Okay.
Similar reasons you said. So I wasn't number 2 spots behind you, brother. Okay. I got them at 29. I think the Panthers are still going to be pretty bad, not going to lie. But I do think they'll be a little better. So I do have them at 29.
Okay. Word. Well, the team I got at 29 was the team that you just said at 30. I got the Broncos at 29.
Okay.
So I think the Broncos, again, they lost. They kind of it's a whole red flag in there. I think they lone bright spot, to be completely honest with you, it's probably Bo Nix and probably Cortland Sutton at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't really got a whole lot going on. They lost my boy Simmons. I mean, it's just and I'm tripping. They got Patrick Surtain still, so I got to give him his credit. But I'm good on the Broncos, man. I wouldn't want no parts of that. So who you got at 28?
So at 28, I have the team you just mentioned a few minutes ago, the Giants. I think the Giants are going to be pretty bad. Not going to lie. Y'all already know how I feel about Daniel Jones. We're not going to go into that again. But I think they're going to be pretty terrible, man. They don't really have any offensive weapons. Saquon Barkley is now gone. So obviously, depending on a rookie in year one as your offensive weapon, I just don't really think that's a smart idea, to be quite frankly honest with you. Defensive wise, they will be kind of okay. They got Derrick Brown, they got Thibodeau, they got some guys, Dexter Lawrence, obviously, but I still think the Giants are going to be pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I actually have them at 28. I got them at 28. So, are you at 28 now, or is it my?
Yeah, I'm at 28.
Okay, go ahead. Who you got at 28?
So I got the Raiders at 28. So I'm a little bit higher on the Raiders. I think the Raiders defensively they should be all right. You know, Antonio Pierce is his first full season as their head coach. I'm excited to see what he can do with them. I don't totally hate Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. Like I don't think they're, you know what I'm saying? I mean they're not like particularly good, but I don't think they're garbage either. I feel like they might have a little juice to them. They still got one of the better wide receiver cores. It's at least duos in the NFL in Adams and Myers. So I don't really hate the Raiders this year, but again, they still 28th, so it's not like I'm expecting a whole lot from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. Who you got at 27?
So at 27, I got the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
And for a similar reason as the lower teams, they weren't good last year. I mean, they got a pretty good rookie class, but again, we haven't seen none of them play an actual game yet. So I'm just not really there yet with the Commanders. Defensively, they did get a little bit better. They got Luvu and Chin. Obviously, offensively, I'm really excited to see what they do with Jaden Daniels and Austin Eckler and my boy Brian Robinson. So that's gonna be a nice rushing attack. And then wide receiver, they still got McLaurin, and they got who did they drafted? They didn't draft Jalen Pope, right? Is he?
No, he's with the Patriots. He's with the Patriots.
Who did the Commanders draft, bro? They drafted didn't they get a receiver?
I'm not sure on top of my head. I have to look it up. I don't really keep up with them like that. Yeah.
Chat, let me know. I know they got somebody, man. Did they get McMillan? I feel like they got somebody. I don't know why
they might have did. I'm looking it up now. Because I don't remember exactly what they got.
Yeah.
So they got they picked up Luke McCaffrey in the 3rd round. But they didn't really pick up any wide receivers besides that.
Hey, really? I don't know why I keep thinking. Okay. Well, regardless,
they did have Jahan Dotson, but they traded him to the Eagles.
Yeah, they traded him.
They just drafted him the year before last, so maybe that's what you was getting confused with.
Maybe so, but regardless, the Commanders. I mean, it's going to be a work in progress. They're not going to be that good this year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're not going to be making no noise. Who you got at 27?
At 27, I have the Arizona Cardinals. I think they're going to be pretty bad as well. I don't really see it with them. Obviously, Kyler Murray is a decent player. We got to see how health withstands. Marvin Harrison Jr. obviously going to be a good player as well. But they also as well lost a lot. Marquise Hollywood Brown is no longer there as well. I think Arizona is going to be pretty bad. So I got them at 27. So I guess I'll go ahead and do 26 too. At 26, this is probably going to be unpopular. I have the New Orleans Saints, man. I think the New Orleans Saints are going to be pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. I do not believe in Derek Carr. I think that team is extremely old. I do think that Alvin Kamara is officially cooked. I don't really think he's good anymore at this point. And really outside of Olave, they lack a lot of offensive firepower as well. So I think with that, with an older defense, I think they're going to be pretty bad. I have them at 26. Who you got at 26?
At 26, I got the Cardinals.
Okay.
So the team that you got at 27. So I got the Cardinals there. Similar reasons as you. I mean, they kind of a younger team. You know what I mean? They ain't really got a whole lot to be excited about other than Marvin Harrison Jr. at this point. And Kyler Murray, of course. But they kind of been running it back, I feel like, with the same kind of, you know what I'm saying, for a long time, and they ain't worked yet. And really, they're only getting worse and worse. So, I got the Cardinals at 26. And then I guess I'll just go ahead and with 25, I got the Saints too. So the team that
you got the Saints pretty low as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I definitely didn't have them definitely didn't want to put them too high. But yeah, the Saints, again, same reasons. Derek Carr ain't it. You know what I mean? I think a lot of Saints fans are expecting to see Spencer Rattler at some point this year, which is probably gonna happen.
They really want him out there bad.
Yeah, because they already know what Carr, they know Carr ain't going and he ain't taking them nowhere. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then at wide receiver, you got Olave, and I think they got Raheed Shaheed. I think is they number 2, if I'm not mistaken. They lost Michael Thomas, who is still a free agent. And I'm sure he's somewhere crying right now about it. And then they got a really old defense, like you said. So, I mean, it's just nothing to be excited about for the Saints.
Yeah. At 25, I have the Commanders. Kind of similar reasons that you said. I kind of believe in Jaden Daniels. Kind of like what Dan Quinn is doing on that defense side of the ball too, as well, with adding Luvu and guys like that. I got them at 25. I think they're going to be an okay team, but still pretty. They're going to be drafting top 10 essentially still.
Oh yeah.
So I got them at 25. Who you got at 25? Or is it my turn to go again?
Yeah, it's 20.
Okay. I had to make sure. So at 24, I actually have the Vikings. I think the Vikings, with them having Sam Darnold, me and you talked about this before, they ain't going to be worth nothing with Sam Darnold. JJ's probably going to take a step back in reception yards and all that because of Sam Darnold. Hopefully that, system kind of works for him. So maybe that'll kind of get something going, but Sam Darnold's just not good. They lost a lot in free agency too, as well, with like Danielle Hunter's no longer there, stuff like that. I think the Vikings are going to be pretty bad. I got them at 24. Who you got at 24?
I got the Titans at 24.
Okay.
So they're kind of a younger team, a wait and see type deal.
Yeah.
If Will Levis takes a step forward, they could really kind of shoot up the rankings a little bit, because I kind of like what they're building in the running back room. I think Spears is a really nice running back. I think Pollard is obviously solid as well. And then wide receivers, they're just a little bit older there. That's the only issue, Ridley and Hopkins, but they still get it done though. And that's a really good wide receiver room for a young quarterback. And then defensively, they got a little bit of talent there. They still got Simmons obviously up the middle. So I think that's important for them. So I got the Titans at 24. At 23, I got Minnesota, the Vikings.
Okay. So we just flipped those because I have Titans at 23 for the same exact reasons you just said. So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I have Titans at 23. Yep.
Yeah. And same reason why you got the Vikings at 24, I got them at 23. I think the thing is, for me, I think the Vikings are just so talented offensively.
Yeah,
bro.
they are.
I mean, if you're talking about an actual offensive room.
And they added Aaron Jones too.
You got Aaron Jones, you got Justin Jefferson, you got Jordan Addison, you got TJ Hawkinson, who's coming off an ACL injury. Yep. I think they got another young wide receiver. They got KJ Osborne still there, I believe. Did they add? I think
KJ Osborne's with the Patriots now. Am
he moved on? Did he move? He might have moved on.
I think KJ Osborne went to the Patriots. I could be tripping, but I thought he moved on.
Double check. I remember thinking the Vikings.
Yeah, he with the Patriots now.
Okay.
I know.
They added. Hold on a second. Who did they add to their wide receiver room there? Because I remember seeing it was somebody that I liked in the room as well. Okay, maybe not, because I don't know who these guys are. But regardless. I like just the talent that they have alone though at wide receiver and at with the two wide receivers and the running back. If Sam Darnold can put it together, which we've been asking this for 6 years now, it ain't gonna happen. But it would be nice to see. Who you got at 22? Or are you at?
No, 23. I told you I had the Titans. So
the Titans,
for same reasons for you. 22. I got the Colts, and it really just all depends on AR-15, bro. If he looks good and looks how he looked at the beginning of the season last year, they might move up. But if he look how he looking that daggone preseason, looked a lot rusty, didn't look that great, I think this is about where I have them at. They do bring back Michael Pittman. They do bring back JT. Ain't no contract situations going on this year. But yeah, I got them at 22, man. They're in a tough division too, because I think Houston and Jacksonville is going to be really good. And even I think that they're close with the Titans, so I think that's going to be a tough division as well. Who you got at 22?
Well, shoot. I actually got the Seahawks at 22.
Okay.
And just kind of for a reason where I just feel like they got a new head coach now. They got Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
We had to see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got to see a little bit more. Offensively, they should be really good. Hopefully, they do Geno right, because he was actually pretty good last year too.
He was pretty good.
You just couldn't tell it because of the way that the offensive line kind of took a step back, I feel like. And I mean, the play calling wasn't the best for him last year either. It was a little rough, but he was extremely accurate. I think he actually finished number 1 on the deep ball project this year.
Okay.
And I think he was number he was last, which is pretty much the best in terms of incompletions due to inaccuracy. So, so Gino still got a little juice to him. So hopefully they can get that thing going right. But I don't know. I'm just kind of in a wait and see thing. New head coaches. I'm not really buying all the way in yet. So that's who I got at 22. And then do I go 21?
Yep, go ahead and go 21. Right? You're good.
21 is the Chargers. Same reason, pretty much.
Brand new head coach. Same team at 21.
Yeah. Brand new head coach, man. And now Harbaugh's good. Obviously, we know he had some NFL.
They're gonna be good in a couple of years, bro, for sure.
Oh yeah. But see, the problem is, no, he don't. But the problem is,
he's weirdo, but he don't lose though. He weird, but he don't. That boy know how to win. Now I ain't gonna lie.
They ain't got no wide receivers though. They ain't got no wideouts. Yeah, there's nothing they can do.
That's why I have them at 21. They don't have no wideouts at all that strike any fear in me.
Mm-hmm. I think they actually, not to cut you off, but I think they actually gonna turn it to a running team this year.
Yeah, they will. They absolutely
they're gonna turn it to a running team.
Yeah, they will. At 21, like I said, I got the Chargers too. So I'll just go ahead and give my 20. I got the Seahawks, the team you just talked about.
Okay.
I can't believe in Mike McDonald. He did a really good job at the Ravens the last couple of years.
Yes, sir.
That defense needs some help on that side of the ball. They got two really good, talented cornerbacks in Devon Witherspoon and also as well Tariq Woolen. Yeah, man, I think he's going to kind of turn that defense around a little bit. So I actually have them at 20. And yeah, I think they're going to be all right. What you think? What you got at 20?
So at 20, I actually got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They should now they really could be a better team this year.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of the teams I got ahead of them. I think a lot of the teams ahead of them got better. The Buccaneers, they had a solid draft. I think I seen the stat the other day that out of like the last maybe 3 or 4 drafts, I think all but like 2 players are on the roster. Still, or something like that, or like out of the last 2 drafts, all but 2 players are on the roster still, which is incredible. That's how you. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's how you win because they haven't won kind of yet with that build, but that's kind of how you do things in the NFL. That lets you know that you're at least getting it right in the draft. You know what I mean? I think Baker had a really good season last year. It remains to be seen if he's gonna follow that up with a good season. But again, they've had they got a really good team, and I think everybody from here on up is a playoff contender. Yeah. So for me, so who you got at 20, or did you already say 20?
So at 20, I actually had I already said my 20.
Okay,
so at 20, did I say Seahawks? I thought I said Seahawks at 20.
Yeah, you said Seahawks. So we had 19.
But yeah, at 19, I actually have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
So Tampa Bay Buccaneers is who I have at 19. Some of the similar reasons you said. I think that, they're going to be a good team. They're going to be all right. They've done a pretty good job building the nucleus. I wonder, does Baker Mayfield do it again this year? Yeah. I'm kind of curious about that. I wonder, was Dave Canales kind of like the quarterback whisperer down there, and is he going to be kind of regressing again? So I'm kind of waiting to see that out as well. I do think they have some talent on that team. But again, bro, for me, I'm going to have them at 19. I'm going to have the Buccaneers at 19. Did you say you're 19 or is it?
No. So my 19 is actually the Colts.
Okay.
So
you got the Colts
a little bit higher.
You got them higher than me. Yeah.
Yeah, I got them.
Talk me through that one. Why you got the Colts at 19?
Simply because your boy Shane Steichen, I believe in him. I done bought in now. He a good coach. And I think offensively, they still got a lot of juice, man. Anthony Richardson is back. Jonathan Taylor is back.
Yeah.
They got A.D. Mitchell in the draft.
Yeah.
They got Josh Downs last year in the draft, and they got Michael Pittman Jr.
Yep.
So I think they got a really nice nucleus there. And then they still got Quentin Nelson on the offensive line. Exactly. So I think their issue is probably going to be defensively. I don't know what they really have defensively, but as long as that offense keeps rolling or starts to roll, I think they'll be I don't know if they'll be a playoff contender because their division is kind of tough, but still, they'll at least be able to challenge a certain team for number 2 in that division.
Yep.
So, and then I guess I'll go 18.
Yep.
18, I got the Atlanta Falcons at 18.
Okay.
And Atlanta head-scratching moves in the offseason.
Yeah.
Especially in the draft. Not really they had a good offseason and a good draft. They just got Justin Simmons. I think that's a huge pickup.
Yep.
Defensively, they're going to be awesome. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, they should be fantastic defensively. Offensively, they should be really good. My biggest concern, as you know, and Charisma said it earlier, they said it was a question. They said, who's going to force the first turnover for the Falcons this year? And he said Kirk Cousins. My issue is, how is Kirk Cousins going to battle? How is he going to come off of that injury?
Yeah.
All right. Is he going to be the Kirk Cousins that we seen in the first 6 games for the Vikings last year, where he was absolutely lighting the league up?
Yeah.
Or, is he kind of going to be what a normal body should do after an Achilles injury and not, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, how is he going to, what is he going to be? So that's my biggest question with the Falcons. So that's why I got them at 18. Who's your 18?
Okay, so at 18, I actually have the team the Falcons play on Sunday, the Steelers. I have the Steelers at 18. I do think it's a Mike Tomlin-led team, right? So they're always going to be decent. They're always going to be around 500 or above it. That's just what they do there. Mike Tomlin, I just wonder, how are they going to be able to handle the quarterback situation with Russell Wilson? Because if Russell Wilson throws a pick, what's going to start happening? People are going to start saying, oh, Justin Fields back there, He had 1 or 2 tough games. I wonder how they are going to handle it. Because in my opinion, they have 2 starting quarterbacks on their team.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. They have 2 starting quarterbacks on their team. So for me, at least, I would probably say that, that's going to be my biggest concern for them, is seeing how that works out. I think they have a decent wide receiving core with, what's my guy name? George Pickens. I like him. I really think he's a decent player. Defensively, they're always going to be pretty good, led by TJ Watt, as we know, Mika Fitzpatrick as well. They're always going to be decent. So kind of just wanted to see how that whole thing is going to work out. And then I guess I'll go ahead and jump into 17. It's the Atlanta Falcons for the same exact reasons you said. I need to see what Kirk Cousins is going to do. That defense should be absolutely lights out. They were lights out last year. They should be even better this year with adding Judon and also as well Simmons. So they should be really good. AJ Terrell don't have to worry about money. He's paid. Jesse Bates, he's paid. So that defense is going to be pretty good going forward. Offensively, Kirk Cousins, and can they get one more weapon involved besides Drake London? Because Kyle Pitts should be that weapon, but he really ain't did nothing the whole time he's been in the NFL. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they go. You know how I feel about B. John Robinson. He's an absolute stud. And I like Tyler Algier
too. Mm-hmm.
He's a really good running back as well. But I have the Falcons at 17. Who do you have?
So 17, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
So last year, the Jags were number 1 in the AFC. They were sitting at 8-3 or 8-2. One of them proceeded to absolutely bomb the back half of the season and completely missed the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Doug Peterson, you can't do that again, brother.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of yours. I think you're a really good head coach. You can't do that again. That's a debacle. That is an absolute travesty. You were number 1 in the AFC, T. Not in the NFC, you know what I'm saying, where it's just you and the 49ers and the Eagles. No. You was going up against the Ravens last year.
Yeah.
The Chiefs last year.
Yeah.
The Dolphins last year.
Yeah.
The Bills were kind of struggling last year. The Bengals was in the mix. I mean, you going up against all of these great teams. Mm-hmm. And you was number 1 and somehow missed the playoffs. You can't do that again. Also, the Jaguars, they're devoid at wide receiver. Brian Thomas Jr. is probably going to be their 1, I think, or maybe Christian Kirk. They probably going to be their top 2. They lost Calvin Ridley. That's a huge loss. They got to be able to run the ball this year. Last year, they was able to run, but it wasn't effective. They got to fix that offensive line.
Got to.
So that's just why I got the Jaguars that low. Defenses, I mean, they got some pieces there. They got a little bit of talent there. But offensively, you got to fix that. Because if they was able to run the ball last year, they wouldn't have fumbled that first place like they did.
Yeah, that was rough. I agree with you 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was who you had at 17. Who you got at 16?
So at 16, I got the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, you low on the Rams, brother. We're going to jump into it.
Well, it's not that I'm low on them. It's just all of these other teams that I have, I'm a little bit higher on. You feel me?
Okay.
So, you know me, I like, Stafford is my guy right now. I like Stafford. Mm-hmm. Puka Nacua is awesome. Cooper Kupp is awesome. Kyron Williams is awesome. Blake Corum is the backup. He's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then at tight end, I think Davis Allen's going to be their starter, right, this year. I'm pretty
Higbee?
sure.
What's up with Higbee?
I think Higbee's injured right now. I think.
Okay, so yeah, it'll be Allen. It'll be Allen.
I think Davis Allen is going to be they guy. And if he's not, I think he's going to emerge because he was kind of emerging a little bit last year.
Yeah, he was doing a little bit last year for the season. Yeah.
But regardless, I like the Rams, man. Offensively, of course. Defensively, what are you going to do with the loss of Aaron Donald? You know what I'm saying? The other young defensive tackle, is it Kobe McLeod?
Yeah.
Is that right? Now he's a stud.
Yeah,
I like him.
No, it's Kobe Turner. It's
Kobe Turner.
Yeah,
Kobe McLeod played for he played for Clemson, don't
he? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kobe Turner. Thank you. Regardless, he a stud. I like him.
Yeah.
Some Rams fans were saying that he was so good last year. They was kind of moving Aaron Donald away from him a little bit because he was kind of attracting a lot of attention. So So I like the Rams, man. I just think that a lot of the other teams that I have ahead of them are a little bit better. So who you got at 16?
At 16, I have the Chicago Bears. Obviously, they've gotten a lot of hype this offseason. Gotta see it with Caleb Williams, though. I'm not a big Eberflus believer, which is why I have them at 16. But this is the most talented team he's ever had. So this is gonna show me if he's worth for something because that offense, they got 3 starting wide receivers, in my opinion. Rome, I think, could start on most teams. They got DJ Moore, who I think is now a top 10 wide receiver or close to it. And Keenan Allen, who you could argue who's still possibly a top 10, 15-ish type wide receiver. They got to show me something, though. I got the Bears at 16. Who you got at 16?
No, so I'm at 15
so it's my turn to lower. So at 15, I got the Jets. I got the Jets at 15.
Okay.
Now, with the Jets, defense going to be good. But you know what I'm waiting on? Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers got to stay healthy, bro. And that O-line got to be good, too. Then the 2 things I'm waiting on from them. But I think if that O-line is good and Aaron Rodgers stay healthy, I can see them moving up this list. But I got the Jets at 15. Who you got at 15?
So at 15, I got the Chicago Bears.
Okay.
I think the Bears, again, a lot of hype. It's just really just falls on Caleb Williams and Matt Eberflus at this point. You know what I'm saying? If Caleb, bro, like you said, they got 3 wide receiver ones. At this point, they almost got 2 RB1s. They got Roshan Johnson is still there, and they just added DeAndre Swift.
Yep.
That ain't bad, bro.
Yeah.
You know
Chicago should be good this year, bro. They should
be good. They really, I'm not going to lie. This is probably, in terms of rookie quarterbacks, I don't think there's another number 1 pick whose expectations are this high, this fast. You can, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm talking about this is a player who's coming into a loaded offense.
Yeah,
there's really no
Bryce Young situation.
No, Cole Kmet is your tight end, your offensive line. They've been telling me that the Bears' offensive line was all right under Justin Fields, and it's still gonna be all right then for Caleb because they brought them all back. So you're gonna have to. I need to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the Bears, if they don't win, again. I know he a rookie, but if they don't get 9 or 10 wins this year, I think Eberflus might be canned, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
At 14, then Pittsburgh Steelers for me. I got the Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm higher on the Steelers. Again, the Steelers made the playoffs last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and they really wasn't good on offense, bro. They wasn't good at all. I think they lost Deontay Johnson to Carolina, but they upgraded at quarterback. Even if Russell Wilson or Justin Fields don't pan out the way they want them to, they still got to be better than Kenny Pickett. Got to be better than Mason Rudolph. So come on, you know. And then again, defense always gonna be good. So I'm not. Yeah. I'm higher on the Steelers this year. Who you got at 14?
14, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I'm a little higher on them than you were. I believe in Trevor Lawrence. I think Travis Etienne is going to have his breakout season this year, which he kind of was having it last year before people started getting injured and stuff like that. I think Travis Etienne is going to put himself in the top 10, even possibly even top 5 running back situation this year. I think he's going to be good. So I got them at 14. At 13, this is probably the biggest shocker. I got the Buffalo Bills at 13. Okay. I don't think the Buffalo Bills are going to be good this year. They don't have a wide out that strikes fear in anybody. Now I do like them tight ends they got, Kincaid and Dawson Knox. Is that brother name? Yeah, I like both of those guys. But again, they've just lost so much in free agency, and I think the window for them has just kind of like closed, in my personal opinion. But Josh Allen gonna do his thing. He gonna make things happen. I think he's a turnover machine still, but he is still a top 5 quarterback in this league. Yeah. I think I have them at 13. What about you?
So at 13, I got the New York Jets.
Okay.
So I'm higher on the Jets. Look, man. Every time I'm high on the Jets, they crash,
last year you had them boys in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl, bro. I had them in the Super Bowl last year, y'all, before the season. Look, man, I think the Jets, I don't know, bro. It's the same thing what you said earlier. What's that offensive line gonna look like? And what's Aaron Rodgers gonna look like coming off that Achilles, bro? That's it. If them two things are moving into motion as they should be, the Jets really could be a top 5 team, bro.
They could, bro.
But I got them at 13, and at 12, I got the team that you just said, the Buffalo Bills. So I actually do have them a little bit lower as well. Look, the Bills, who's gonna step up?
Yeah.
I got listen, I got something to get off my chest too when it comes to the Bills and when it comes to Josh Allen. Now, I tiptoe the line sometimes of being a Josh Allen super fan and a super hater because I really love his.
Bro. That's what's so funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? My boy Tyree, shout out to Tyree. I don't know if he's watching this right now. He just like that. He hate Josh. That boy, he hate Josh Allen,
bro. I'm like,
I hope he watching this. That dude hate Josh Allen. He think Josh Allen was overrated player.
See,
but
that's
he
what I'm saying. Like,
point though, because the turnovers is bad. Bro.
It's bad, bro.
Yeah,
like
you can't be a quarterback turn the ball over that much, bro.
My thing is, I think he gets a lot of hate. I think he gets too much hate sometimes, but I also think he gets too much
praise.
You know what I'm saying? Like they be talking about. I just seen a TikTok earlier today or yesterday. One of them. They was talking. Somebody just be ranking. They show a video of like players' interceptions and stuff and turnovers, and they say, "Is it your fault or was it the team's fault?" Yeah, they put Josh Allen was the only quarterback. Keep in mind, he was the only quarterback that had an asterisk, and it said, "I'm counting arm punts as half points." What?
Oh no!
There is no such thing. I don't care.
No. Yeah,
unless it's actually like a Hail Mary. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say something even more controversial. I think Joe Burrow better than Josh Allen, bro. I think Joe Burrow is better than Josh Allen. Straight up, bro. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. And I know you're looking like, oh, Tony, you tripping. I think Joe Burrow better than Josh Allen, bro. Here's why. Joe Burrow, only issue Joe Burrow has had is health. Joe Burrow done beat Mahomes, though.
Yeah, yes.
Joe Burrow done went to the Arrowhead and beat Mahomes. He done gave it to Mahomes before. I'm telling you, to me, I'm just telling you, bro. I think Joe Burrow a better quarterback than Josh Allen. Straight up, bro. Josh Allen is just such a turnover machine, bro. If Josh Allen wasn't such a turnover machine, he'd be the number 2 quarterback in the league without a doubt. I even put him over your boy. Not gonna lie.
No, I agree.
Didn't put him over Lamar.
Yeah, I can agree.
I didn't even put him over Lamar. Not gonna lie. But he turns that ball over way too much. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I lean towards putting Josh Allen at 4. Not gonna lie, bro. I put your man's at 2. I put Joe Burrow at 3.
That's why I say I be going back and forth because I'm like, in my opinion, Josh Allen is firmly in that 3rd spot. For me,
that ball too much, bro.
But you gotta. But them touchdowns.
For me, he turned that ball away too much.
But see, my thing is, and we're gonna get back to the thing in a second. Yeah. But see, my thing is, last year, the Bills was bad, bro. At one point last year, I think they was they 6-6 at one point.
Yeah,
they ended up finishing the season like 10-6 or something like that. Like they turned out a pretty good season last year.
Yeah.
But it's because of Josh Allen. He kind of turned it on at the end of the season.
Josh Allen's a talent-wise. talent-wise, nobody is on his level but Mahomes, talent-wise. But he just do so much dumb stuff. Like he kind of like the greatest version of what Cade Klubnik would be, like low key.
That's why
like
I say
he do a
Cade
bunch of low
he's on that
IQ
spectrum.
dumb stuff.
It's
but
a
he's
spectrum,
amazing.
bro. It's a spectrum. It's a Josh. I call it the Josh Allen spectrum. You're either Josh Allen or you're pretty much Cade Klubnik. That's what I say.
Like they both do dumb, stupid
Drew
stuff.
Drew Aller on the same spectrum.
Yeah,
you know
like they both just do, and he looked good the other day ago too. Drew Aller,
yeah,
he looked pretty good against West Virginia the other day ago. I'm not gonna lie. But again, bro, Josh Allen just turned over the ball so much to me, bro. That's my main problem. You the quarterback. That's literally your job is to protect the ball. That's why it's hard for me to put him above Joe Burrow, who actually has made it to a Super Bowl, who's actually beat Mahomes. You know, with less, he didn't have as much talent as Burrow had when he was playing against Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Like that offensive line was terrible that year they went to the Super Bowl. They literally ranked last. Like, to me, Josh Allen, talent-wise, he right there with Mahomes, honestly, talent-wise. But he turned over that ball way too much. Let's get back to the list, though. We'll have to do that next week.
So my thing about the Bills is, so they've been saying, I've seen a lot of people say that the Bills are sleepers. And that they think they could replicate what Carolina did in 2015. I have an issue with that.
Yeah,
I have an issue with that because number one, the Bills don't have a Luke Kuechly on the other side.
They don't have no.
They ain't got a Thomas Davis on the other side of the ball, and they don't have a Cam Newton either. And that's my biggest issue. You can say what you want about
Josh Allen is comparable to Cam Newton.
You can say whatever you want about him. You can say he's a touchdown machine. You can say he's big, he's fast. Hold on. Let me. Go ahead. You can say he big. You can say he fast. You can say all this. You can say all that you want about him. Cam Newton carried offenses that had Philly Brown as his wide receiver one. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Josh Allen don't even have to deal with. He got Keon Coleman right now, and he got Khalil Shakir. They all right. They both of them dudes is better than what Cam had in 2015. Off
I agree. Real. Well, we don't know about Coleman yet, but yeah,
I believe it. I'm buying the hype for him too. I'm buying into it because the game speed, the game tape of Keon Coleman is incredible. So I'm definitely buying into it. It's better than what to me it's better than Kelvin Benjamin's game tape at Florida State. Would you agree?
Yeah,
I think Kelvin Benjamin he had a really good season, but it was just it was just the season, and really I think it was that national championship game against Auburn that really shot his stock up.
Yeah.
Versus Keon Coleman they was talking about him before he even transferred there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But anyway, my point is the Bills. Somebody got to step up though. Yeah. Somebody got to help Josh Allen out.
Yeah.
If they want to shoot up this list and make it far, somebody got to step up. Both sides of the ball. Both sides.
I agree. Let's run through it. The last couple. Where were we at? Were we on 11? We was at 12. Did I say my number 12 team?
I don't think so.
Okay, so at 12, I got the Los Angeles Rams. I think they're going to be really good. I told you. I'm believing in Matthew Stafford and boys, bro. I got them 12, bro. I really believe in them. At 11, I got the Cleveland Browns. I think they're going to be good. I think they still have one of the best rosters in the NFL. It's going to depend on Freak Man Watson. If they can get him going, they're going to be all right. Who you got at 11? Oh, Ken, did we lose you?
Nah, I was just turning on more light.
Okay.
My bad, y'all. But at 11, I got the Cleveland Browns as well.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing that you said. I mean, they defensively, bro. Same thing we've been saying the last 2 years for them. Defensively, they should be the best in the league. No cap. Yep. Again, you know what I'm saying. Defensively, they're amazing. Offensively, they got better. They're getting Nick Chubb back. Jerome Ford is going to pop out for them this year, as well as they added Jerry Jeudy to the mix with Amari Cooper. You know what I'm saying? So, and an offensive line is still good. So I think the Browns, if Nasty Boy can get it right in his head, you know, they could be an issue.
Yeah. Let's run through the top 10. Give me your top 10. No explanation. Just say 10. Give me 10 through 1. Go ahead and give it to. I want you to give me all your top 10.
Okay. 10 Cowboys, 9 Bengals, 8 Packers, 7 Dolphins, 6 Texans, 5 Eagles. I'm still high on them. 4 Ravens, 3 Lions, 2 49ers, and number 1 Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, our lists are pretty damn similar. We just got a few mixed up. At 10, I had the Bengals. At 9, I had the Dolphins. At 8, I had the Cowboys. At 7, I had the Packers. At 6, I had the Texans. At 5, I have the Eagles. At 4, I have the Lions. At 3, I have your Baltimore Ravens. At 2, I have the Niners, and then at 1, I have Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. So pretty similar list as far as the top 10. And really ain't no need to explain these teams. We know they're good. Like, top 10 win. We don't need to get into no breakdown because we still need to go over some of these games that's going to be played this weekend too. But yeah, I think I agree with your list too. It's not a bad list. We pretty much had the same exact list, just a few in and off there and so forth. So let's start jumping into some of these games. We're not going to cover everything.
Hold on, T. Hold on. Yeah. Bro, who said this?
What?
No disrespect to you, Mike. Look at the last comment, bro.
Woo! I didn't even see this. Hold on. Let's pin this. He said, I think Coleman is a real game changer. I've taken him over Harrison, to be honest. Woo, that's hot. That's a
take. That is a take, y'all.
That's hot.
That's a take.
That's hot, man.
That's a hot take. That's a take. Go ahead.
Let's get into the games though, because we've been going for almost 2 hours. So let's go ahead and get to some of these games. So we got to start off with the Panthers, right? Panthers coming in, they're gonna play New Orleans at home. Now we did our little pick thing earlier. I guess you'll post that whatever date or wherever the case may be. But the Panthers versus the. You know what, bro? Matter of fact, let's do that, bro. Let's go off that chart that you sent me earlier.
Okay.
Let's just go off that. So I'll actually just do that. So we're gonna do that. So first game, obviously, is gonna be Thursday night. Baltimore versus Kansas City. Cam, who you got?
So unfortunately, I'm rolling with the Kansas City Chiefs. Simply because they're at home. It's hard to win an Arrowhead, bro.
Yeah.
It is hard to win an Arrowhead. It's the first game of the season.
Like NFL stadiums that give off like a college vibe, not gonna lie.
Yep. It's really hard. I mean, it's just I don't know. And my Ravens, I slipped them down in the rankings a little bit this year at 4. I still think they're a great team, obviously.
Yep.
But again, it's kind of like the same story that we've been saying for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the wide receiver room, bro.
Yeah.
And see, this year we're going into it. I didn't think Odell was going to be a game changer last year, but either way, we don't have him at all this year.
Yeah.
So it's
really y'all haven't upgraded the wide receiver position.
No, is Zay Flowers, is Rashad Bateman, and it's Tylan Wallace, bro.
Yeah, that ain't moving nobody.
That ain't gonna cut it, man.
Zay Flowers a good player, but
you gotta have somebody else.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody else. Yeah.
You got to have somebody else. No disrespect, because I really wanted Carolina to get him.
Yeah, they was cold. Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, he's special, but you got to have another guy opposite him, man. And Rashad Bateman, I'm going to keep it a band with you. He ain't been it. I know Lamar likes him. I know Lamar is a big fan of his, and he really wants him to be good. He's just not hasn't happened yet. And Tylan Wallace, they've been talking about him for years. But they've been reserving him to punt duty. And so it's about time he kind of come in and step up. But yeah, man, that's it. That's the only reason why I chose the Chiefs, because they've upgraded that wide receiver, in my humble opinion.
Yeah,
and their defense is pretty good still. So
I wonder, is Rashid Rice, is he gonna face any like suspension or anything?
I don't know, and I don't even know the story. I just hear people talking about it. But what did he do? If you don't,
something about a car wreck or something, right? Like a hit and run situation.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really remember. I thought he was speeding. And
they wrecked a Lambo or something like that. I thought.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something that happened in Dallas. I really didn't know exactly what happened either. But I haven't heard anything about a suspension for him either, though.
Yeah, and people have been talking about. And I don't mean to be insensitive.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say it at all. But like, I just feel like people keep asking about a suspension, but I don't know what he actually did. You know what I'm saying? Other than, he caused a wreck and he left the scene, but as far as I know, I don't think anybody died. I don't know if anybody was seriously injured. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You know what I mean?
I don't think nobody died though.
Yeah, and I don't think it was like a Henry Ruggs situation either. So that's why
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, I don't really
I
understand.
think, if I'm not mistaken, again, I don't want to say this because I might be wrong, but I think they might have been like, he might have been racing. He might have wrecked with his own people, like, if from my understanding. So I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, I just wondered about that. But I got the Chiefs as well. I think they're gonna win this game. They're loaded at wide receiver now, with speed especially. And they got Mahomes, so I'm not even worried about it. Next up, Friday, we got Green Bay versus the Philly in Brazil, as you brought up. I got the Philadelphia Eagles winning that game, bro. I think they're going to be pretty good this year. I think they're going to have a little bit of a bounce back, getting humiliated, getting put out, in the playoffs, really. And they went on a bad little losing streak towards the end of the season too last year.
Yeah.
They're going to want their face back a little bit this year. I'm going to put them there and getting that win over Green Bay.
Same here. Same exact reason too. I think they're coming back hungry. They got a coaching issue though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They got a little bit of a coaching issue.
Yeah.
And I think Kellen Moore is going to get he's going to get the offense at least back on track.
Yeah.
Defensive coordinator wise, who did they get? Do you remember?
I'm not going to even sit up here and act like I remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, I know they got rid of both of their coordinators, but
they needed to too.
They had to.
Name? Ben Johnson, was that? No, not Ben
Brian Johnson was the OC.
Yeah, he was terrible.
And then Desai was the DC, if I remember correctly. Okay. So Sunday, first game, or at the 1:00 hour, we got Pittsburgh at Atlanta. And I got Atlanta taking that game at home. I think Pittsburgh got too many. Oh, my bad. Did you say you said your Packers and
Eagles?
I
said Eagles.
Okay.
I said
yeah. Okay. So I got Pittsburgh, I got Atlanta taking the game at home, and I think Pittsburgh, simply because they don't really have. I mean, they said Russell Wilson is a starter, but when you take in half the snaps, you know what I'm saying, versus Kirk Cousins been taking all the snaps, and Atlanta is fired up and ready to go, and Atlanta starting to become a kind of a hard place to win in that stadium. Yeah. I think they got Pittsburgh in this first game. Yeah,
I agree. I got the Falcons winning this game for the exact same reasons. I think there's a lot more certainty about their whole situation in Atlanta. So I'm leaning towards Atlanta to get this win as well. We got Arizona versus Buffalo. I know I just talked crap about Buffalo a couple minutes ago. I still think they win this game. I think Arizona's going to be terrible this year. And I got Buffalo winning this game at home. What about you?
Yeah, same here. It should be a blowout. I mean, there's no reason why Buffalo shouldn't come in. Offensively, we got to see what they do. Keon Coleman got to kind of step up. This, like my boy Mike was saying, this is really a Coleman versus Harrison Jr. matchup right here.
Yeah.
So we got to see, it'll be exciting to see what Harrison Jr. does in his first game. But and Keon Coleman for me. But yeah, so we're gonna see. I think I got Buffalo though for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say next game, Tennessee at Chicago. I got Chicago winning this game. I think Caleb Williams is gonna come out, make a statement in his first game. Not saying he's gonna break some records, but I think he's gonna come out and have a really good first game against Tennessee at home. Who you got?
I actually got Tennessee for the upset in this game. Even though Chicago is the better team, I think there is going to be an upset. Will Levis showed some flashes last year. I think he can come in and have a decent game, especially with having those two new wide receivers. Well, not too new, but you know what I'm saying? And Ridley and also as well Nuke. I think that's going to be pretty good. I think they actually get the win here. It's going to be a close one, but that's my upset of the week. I actually have Tennessee knocking off Chicago. Next, we got New England versus the Cincinnati Bengals. For me, I'm going to go ahead and take the Bengals pretty largely. I think they pretty much blow them out. Not gonna lie. Yeah. I got Bengals winning big. What you think?
Yeah, I would be surprised if New England even scores in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd be surprised if they even score in this game. Cincinnati has a really good defense. It's very underrated at this point. And this is Joe Burrow's game back. You think he ain't hungry?
Right.
And it's at home? Man, come on, man. Next game, Houston at Indianapolis. I got Houston. Houston should be honestly, they should be the best offense in the league this year.
Yep.
At this point, so they should come in and they should kind of have their way with Indianapolis. Indy again, AR is back, so he's gonna be shaking the rust off. And we already said that we didn't really believe in the Colts defense like that. So I got Houston at home big in this one. Who you got?
Yeah, I got Houston as well, pretty big at home. Actually on the road, excuse me, because they playing in Indianapolis. I got Houston winning this game, bro. I think Houston is just so talented. They've gotten even better this offseason
Mm-hmm.
with all the acquisitions they made. They got Daniel Hunter also as well, Stephon Diggs. So yeah, I think they've gotten better, man. So yeah, Joe Mixon. I forgot they even got him. Yeah, they're
It's
loaded.
crazy, ain't it? It's
crazy. So yeah, I got Houston winning that game as well. Next up we got Jacksonville versus Miami. So 2 teams in Florida. I got Miami winning that game. I think offensively they're just going to be electric. I still need to see more from Jacksonville's defense. For my opinion, I do think that cornerback they got is it Tyson Campbell. I think he's all right, but again, not enough to keep up with them wide receivers they got, in my personal opinion. So I actually am going ahead and take Miami. Who do you got?
Yeah, same thing. I got Miami at home. Speed kills, bro. And it's gonna kill the Jaguars It's gonna kill the Jaguars on Sunday. Pretty much all I got to say. I think Miami, they usually come out. Miami gonna start the year off in that top 3 rankings. You know what I'm saying? They always do.
They always do.
They always do. So Miami gonna start off hot. So definitely got Miami home. Probably pretty big, to be honest with you too. They start off hot. The next game, Carolina at New Orleans. Yep. And sorry y'all, I got New Orleans, man. I got to keep it a band. I got to keep it real. I got New Orleans. Look, man, if this is the next matchup in Charlotte, I'm probably gonna take Carolina. But in this game, this is the first game. This is Dave Canales' first game. Didn't like what I saw in the preseason at all on either side of the ball. To be honest with you, we just lost an edge rusher. I mean, there's no reason why I should pick Carolina in this game, and it's in New Orleans. I don't really believe it. Who you got?
I'm gonna surprise y'all, man. I'm picking Carolina to win this game, bro. I think Carolina's gonna surprise some people. I still think Carolina's one of the worst teams in the league. Don't get me wrong. I think Carolina goes to New Orleans and win this game, and it's gonna start an absolute uproar in New Orleans because if they lose to us, they're gonna be looking around like, really? We just lost to them? Especially if Derek Carr don't play well, Spencer Rattler could be in next week. Like, honestly, if they don't perform well against Carolina. But I got Carolina winning this game. Minnesota. So I guess that's my second upset of the day. Minnesota versus the New York Giants. I got the Minnesota Vikings winning in that one. Who you got?
Yeah, same thing. Minnesota. They just got too much offensive firepower, man. If the Giants come out with a win, that's huge. That's huge for everybody on that team. But I got Minnesota for sure. And then I got for the Raiders at the Chargers, I'm going with the Chargers at home. That's gonna be a good game. 2 first time with 2 new head coaches. And I think Vegas, they just have a lot of question marks. We talked about the quarterback situation a little bit earlier. And in the Chargers, we know that they're probably going to try to run the ball. They're probably going to try to run it down the Raiders' throats. So I got the Chargers at home.
First 4 or 5 game on the East Coast. I got the Chargers winning that game as well over Las Vegas for pretty much the same reasons you said. Like I said, man, John Harbaugh is a weirdo, but that dude know how to coach, bro. He know how to win. So I'm going to go ahead and have them getting that win over the Las Vegas Raiders. Next up, we got Denver at Seattle. I got Seattle winning this game. Mike McDonald getting his first win at the crib. Like I told you, I'm not really believing in Denver. I think they're going to be pretty terrible. So I got Seattle winning this game. Geno Smith having a decent one. What do you think?
Same thing. I got Seattle winning this one at home. It's hard to win in Seattle, bro. It's hard to win in Seattle. Sure. And I think they got. I feel like they got a little bit of a. They kind of flying under the radar a little bit. Because offensively, man, they should be really good. They got, they got Kendall Walker, they got Zach Charbonnet, they got, obviously they loaded their wide receiver, and then they got Geno. So I think the Seahawks gonna win this thing at home. Next game, Dallas at Cleveland. I got Dallas winning this one.
Yeah, me too.
Dallas is I just feel like they're a better team. I feel like defensively, this is gonna be a really close one. Yeah, because you got 2 great defenses, but when it comes to offense, Dallas is still pretty good. All right. Yeah. Jake Ferguson is a very, very, very underrated tight end at this point. And then they got arguably the best player the best receiver in the league, arguably in CD Lamb. So I got Dallas. Who you got? You say you got Dallas.
I got Dallas. I got Dallas as well for the same reasons, man. Dallas is going to be – I think they're a little bit of a better team. I don't trust Deshaun Watson. I really don't trust Dak Prescott either, but I trust Dak more than Deshaun.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, honest with you. So I got Dallas winning that game. We got Washington versus Tampa Bay next, 425 game. I got Tampa Bay winning that game. Like I said, I think Washington's going to be pretty bad. So I got Tampa Bay taking the win there, getting them a dub. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, same here. Washington, they just too young, man. They ain't ready for it yet. And Tampa Bay, again, they're kind of a model of consistency as of late. Remember what I told you about? They kept pretty much like all but two of their drafted players over the last couple of years. So they already know how to play with each other, and they already know what they're doing. So definitely got Tampa Bay at home. The Rams at Detroit. This is a rematch of the second round in the playoffs last year, right? First round, one of them. But
it was first round. Yep.
First round. Okay, yeah. So rematch of the first round matchup. This trade has kind of changed two franchises for the long haul. I got Detroit winning this one at home.
Yep.
For the same reason why they won in January.
Yeah.
I just think they're just a little bit of they're just a better team. Who you got?
I got Detroit winning as well. Even though I'm big on the Rams, I also like the Lions. I mean, obviously, I had them ranked in my top 5. So I think the Lions are going to be pretty good this year. I think Dan Campbell did a really good job establishing a culture. That fan base is back alive, it feels like now, so they feel like they have a chance now. So I have them winning that night game at 8:20. And last but not least, on Monday night, we got the New York Jets against the San Francisco 49ers. I got the Niners in that game, bro. They're the second best team in NFL for me for a reason. Probably you could argue got the best actual roster in the NFL, but I got them winning that game. What do you think?
Yeah, so I got the New York Jets.
Really? So you pull the Jets as the upset of the week.
I'm pulling them as my upset of the week. I got the Jets over the 49ers. They're going to come out and put on a show. Watch their season end right then and there just because I said that. But the Jets going to put on the show, man. I think they come out and get a W on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
But yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, I like that. I think we had a lot of the same teams quickly because we've been almost going for 2 hours. So quickly, real quick. Each division, NFC South. Who do you think is winning that division? Give me it quick.
Falcons. Who you got?
Yeah, I got the Falcons as well. NFC North. Who do you have winning that division?
Lions. Who do you have?
I have the Lions as well. NFC West. Who do you have winning that division?
49ers. Who you got?
I have the Niners as well. NFC East. Who do you have winning that division?
I got the Eagles.
I have the Eagles as well. AFC South. Who do you have winning that division?
Texans.
I have them as well. In AFC West, who do you have winning that division? Chiefs. We already know. We don't even need to go further than that. I don't even know. I asked that one. AFC North, your guys. Who you got winning that one? I'm guessing the Ravens.
Yeah. I got the Ravens.
That wasn't. Is it a yes or a no?
Man, I'm a little worried, but I believe in Derrick Henry at the very least. I think we're gonna be able to run the ball. So yeah, I'm gonna just roll with us for now.
Yeah, I got the Ravens winning that division as well. And then AFC East, who do you got winning that division?
Buffalo, just because of actually this year I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins this year.
Yeah, that's what
I'm gonna give them a shot. Yeah,
I'm
gonna get the Miami Dolphins.
I got Dolphins winning that division as well. So we agree on the division winners pretty much. Yeah. We're gonna see, man. NFL season is here.
Give me. There's 2 more teams in each division that's just gonna make the playoffs. Actually, it's 3 more teams. It's 3 more teams in each conference that's gonna make the playoffs. So give me 3 more teams from each conference. So you said your 4. We've got our 4.
Okay, I see the wild card spots. Gotcha.
The wild cards. Give me your 3 wild cards. Just
Cowboys for the NFC will be in there.
Okay.
Rams will be in there for the NFC West.
Okay. You got 1 spot left. Missing a couple teams.
Yeah, I gotta think. Hold on, this is kind of on the fly. Let me think. Hold on. So I said Cowboys, right?
Yep.
Rams.
Yep.
Oh, Packers.
Okay.
Did I have to win the division?
No,
because I had the Lions. Packers. Yep.
So Cowboys, Rams.
Rams, Packers. Yep. And then for the AFC, I would have So I named all my division winners. So I'm gonna say Bengals
Okay.
would be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, I might say Browns too, low key.
Hey, no.
I might say Browns. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna say Bengals, Browns. Do I put my trust in the Jets or the Bills?
Exactly, bro.
I hate the Bills, but I gotta put the Bills in there. I guess.
Yeah.
I think the Bills are gonna be pretty bad, though. I don't. They're such a I could see it going either way type thing. But I guess I'll be based off my rankings. I would have to say the Bills.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go wild on the wild card. I'm going Cowboys, of course. I'm going Packers and Bears, bro.
Okay,
Packers
so you
and
think Bears get in? Okay.
I think they might sneak in this year.
Okay.
Which is a crazy take, but I'm riding high.
Yep.
And then as far as the AFC, I'm gonna go ahead and take both of them. I'm gonna take the Bills and the Jets, and I'm only taking the Bengals.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I think the Browns gonna miss it this year.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Did I say the Bengals?
You said Bengals. Yeah, you said Bengals, Bills, and Browns.
Okay, I had to make sure I wasn't tripping. I'm like, hold on, they need to be in there.
Yeah,
okay,
no.
We went over two. We're over 2 hours now. We appreciate y'all. I know this was a long one, but it's football season, man. We had 157 viewers throughout this whole thing for the most part. So thank y'all for sticking in there with us. I know it was a long one. Listen, check us out on all streaming platforms. Check us out on all our social medias at TCT Podcast 1. Appreciate y'all's love and support. We're going to holler at y'all next week. We're going to be talking college football, NFL, all of it. We fully going to be Barack next week. Cam, anything else you got to say to the folks before we head out?
Nah, man. Once again, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching.
Yep.
Can't wait excuse me, can't wait to dive into football season with y'all, man. It's about to be fun.
Yep, exactly. I can't wait, man. Football season is back. Year 2 of the podcast and football season. I'm excited, man.